I'm on one. So I apologize.
Buckle up.
Yeah, I know, for real. Let's get this show on the road. Woo! Well, hello, my wonderful listeners.
Ooh.
Mine, ours, our wonderful listeners. I don't know why I'm making this show about me. Anyway.
Are you an Aries, maybe?
Ooh. Can you tell?
Game knows game.
Guys, hello. Thank you for pressing that play button. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you for taking a hit on this crazy show we call It's All Frolics. With me, Amy G, the crazy one, and the beautiful coachess, Monique B. I know.
Love that.
I'm on one. So I apologize.
Buckle up.
Yeah, I know, for real. So I just want to take a moment after thanking you for pressing play to remind you to do all of the things. So regardless of whether you've been here before or you haven't, you've listened to a podcast, so you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, please, pretty please, because it means that you get to know as and when we release a new episode, so you're not missing out on any of this beauty or the crazy. So if you have been here before, you know the deal. If not, we always start a new episode with a warm-up. It's for you and it's for us. And this week, it's my turn. I don't know. We'll see. I was hyped about this. Now I'm doubting.
The more chaotic, the better. Let's see.
So, I'm sure there's like a game show that is this, but basically I'm calling it What Comes Next. I have about 10 songs, all right, that I am going to speak a few of the lyrics, and then you have to finish it off, my darling.
Okay.
I've kind of gone for a bit of a vibe, all right? So I'm around the 90s era of music. It's generally R&B. There's one twist up, but I'll make you know. I'll make you know. I'll let you know.
I understood that because you know me. That is my dialect. It's fine.
Oh, God. All right.
I understand typo.
So there aren't really any points. It's just if you get close to the lyrics, then wonderful. Okay, let me, guys, play along, obviously. Play along. Yeah. See how many you get. Like I said, I've got about 10. So see how many you get. And if you can guess the song and artist, even better. So let me go with an easy one, I think. But I say that, and if you've ever listened to me play one of these games, you know it ain't that easy.
Okay.
So here we go. Are you ready? Are you ready?
I just want to get them all right.
I think you will.
Okay.
So here we go. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I finish
Take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left.
Well done. Congratulations.
Oh, no. I can't remember the rest now. Yeah, it was there, but then it went immediately.
I always say I've been blasting and lasting so long.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, it sounds the same. But you know me, I don't know lyrics, so
It's one
I'm
of
just
those
like,
ones
I'm
where
in, blah, 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 blah.
yeah, it's one of those ones where when you're singing along with the song, you know it, but then when the music's not there, it's just like, hold on.
Yes. It
Yeah.
is like those passive kind of things that you learn. It just seems to find its way out.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're questioned, you're just like, that's me. And that's me. Well, it was me
Everything.
in exams. When I'd be like in the
Oh,
lessons, I'm all up. I hold my hands up. I'm like, answer all the questions. I get into the exam. I'm like,
don't get me started. I literally had a rant with a teacher 2 days ago about exams and what an abomination they are. Anyway, let's not go down that one.
So
High vibes, high vibes.
congratulations. You've got Gangster's Paradise, Coolio.
Yeah.
All
Fun
right.
fact,
Yes.
Coolio was the first concert I ever went to.
Oh,
Yeah, I know that's so random. My dad took me.
that's quite cool though. I mean,
It's
what
kind
other
of
songs
sweet.
did he have?
That one and okay, so my dad took me to see him because he liked that song I'll See You When I Get There. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like he had no idea who Coolio was really. So how old would I have been? Maybe like 13? I don't know.
Mm.
So then like there was a part where he was talking about like smoking and like passing blunts, and my dad was just like, what have I done? And then like when his song came on, he was like getting up and doing the dad clap. I was like, oh, cute.
Oh, I love those memories. That is really, really cute. That is cute. Let's come back to some of those actually, some reminiscing
Mm,
times. Okay, you ready for the next? Got
let's go.
1 out of 10 so far.
Ding.
It could all be so simple, but you'd rather make it hard. Loving you is like a battle, and
Oh God. So this is Lauryn Hill and X Factor, but what does she say next? Good old basic simple, but and we both endure each other's scars.
not quite. And we both end up with scars.
Oh, endure each other's. What does? Okay, but
Listen, you were
again,
close
when you're
enough. You
singing
were
along,
close enough. Yeah,
along,
yeah.
it makes all the sense.
I'm gonna give you that one because you got the scars at the end. Anything in between don't really matter.
The pacing and the tempo was correct.
Okay, how about this one? I want you to rock the boat, work.
The middle, work the middle. This is Aaliyah, Rock the Boat.
It is. And you know what? I thought it was work the middle, work the middle. It's work it in the middle, work the middle.
Oh,
But again, close enough.
okay. This
Congratulations.
is
And we're
good.
learning things.
Right. This is one of those things where like you've been singing something for years and find out you've really been doing it wrong. Okay.
Those Mandela things, right?
Yeah.
How about this one? So the reason I've thrown this one in is because of a conversation we've had recently.
Okay.
So prepare yourself.
Oh God.
Now let me welcome everybody to the Wild Wild West, a state finish.
Oh, damn. Now let me welcome everybody to the Wild Wild West, a state that's untouchable, like Elliot Ness.
Yes, all of the words. California love.
I know my boo. Oh, love him. Although
Well
that
done,
was Dre.
well done.
Yeah. Yay.
It's his song, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, are you ready? Another
I am.
one that we've recently spoken about. So let's see how you get on with this one. Sorry, I didn't notice you there, but then again, you didn't notice me. So we'll remain passers-by. Finish.
I don't know this. Sorry, I didn't notice you there. And you've said that really conversationally as well. So
Yeah, to throw you off.
I know. So I didn't notice you there. No.
Sorry, didn't notice you there. Then again, you didn't notice me. So we'll remain passers-by.
I don't know.
Who is it? Do you know who it is?
I've got no idea. Song,
Ah,
lyric, nothing. I know nothing.
Beauty by Drew Hill.
Oh, okay. That's fair. I mean, I like that song. That's it. I've probably heard
Okay.
it 10 times ever. That's why I
Okay.
didn't know that.
All right, that's fine.
I know Kay was just like, what? What? Because that's her tune.
We'll be getting it. So funny. All right then. How about
okay.
this one? Now I just fell in love and I just quit my job. I'm gonna find new drive. Damn. Finish.
So this is oh my God. Hold on. So this is B, obviously. This is Break My Soul. What does she say next? She says, I just quit my job. I just fell in love. Wait, say it again.
Now I just fell in love and I just quit my job. I'm gonna find new drive. Damn.
They work me so damn hard.
Yes, you did that. Well done.
Yeah.
Congratulations. That was the new one.
That was a new one. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because it's not of the
My
90s.
fave.
So had to throw her in there. Okay. C. The thing about you that caught my eye is finish.
Oh, the thing. I feel like I would get that if I had one more line because that sounds very familiar.
Okay, I can give you a couple of extra words.
Okay, go on then.
I'll say it from the beginning. C. The thing about you that caught my eye is the same finish.
Oh, okay. It's the same thing that makes me smile? No. God, who even is this? I know that I know it. Oh, hold on. Oh God,
If I was
wait.
to say herpes.
It's the same thing that makes me change my mind.
That's girl. Well done. The things that bring back.
I know, like immediately. It was just like, aha.
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 Okay. Here's one I'm hoping you get.
Okay. No pressure.
Back in school, we used to dream about this every day. Could it really happen? Finish.
Back in school, we used to dream about this every day. Could it really happen? All those dreams will fade away. Was it all those dreams will fade away?
Yes!
Oh no.
Or
Is it?
it is. Or do dreams just fade away?
Or do dreams just fade away? Then we started singing and they said it sounds smooth.
Love it.
Oh,
What is it?
love that. Oh, Boyz II Men, Motown Philly. I was going to say Coolie High Harmony, but I'm just like, no. That's the album. Yeah.
Well done.
That's got to be top 10 favorite song.
Oh, just from the vibe. Did I tell? I think I must have spoken about this. That was the song that was playing on Christmas Day.
Yes.
And I was like, well into my drinkage.
And and he was like, who is this?
Yeah. The artist I knew. I've never seen this side of her before. Oh dear. Okay. We've got a couple left, and these are oldies but goodies.
Okay.
I don't want to rain on this parade, but I'm starting to question. Finish.
Oh God. Okay. Shit. I know this song. I don't want to rain on this parade, but I'm starting to question. All that was made? No. All that was, I don't know.
The love that was made.
starting to question the Who was this?
Brownstone.
Oh,
If You Love
yeah.
Me.
Yeah. Oh, voices. Where are they?
Oh.
If you love me. So good.
Oh, yeah. I mean, already. I'm going to give you that one just because I'm feeling generous and you were so close. Finally, ready?
Okay.
I know that we've been here before. The Candlelight and You. Finish.
No. I know that we've been here before. The Candlelight and You. Nope.
Oh,
No.
it was quite a difficult one.
Is it Boys
It
to
was
Men?
hard. No.
No, I'm not going to do that one again.
No.
I'll do them again.
This is a name. This is a name that you have given yourself when we've been out and you don't want to give your name.
Oh, Mary. I don't know what song this is though. Oh, wait. Nah. The catalogue is too dense.
Yeah, it's vast, isn't it? The Candlelight and You. Walking softly through my door. Reminisce. Mary J. Blige.
Oh, what a queen.
I was listening to that album before we started recording, and let me tell you,
I see the vibe you're in.
I wanted to put on some DMs, some slouchy socks, and a short skirt, and be all up in my merry vibe. But so apart from that and Beauty, you got them all right.
You gave me a few, and thank you. That was fun. Anything music related, good times.
I know.
What is life without music?
Yeah. Not life. Not life. Well, how many did you get right, listeners? And
yeah, let us know.
Based on some of our stats, we know you're of our age range. And so that should have kind of like brought up a few nostalgic moments.
It definitely did. We are our demographic, according to the stats. So you should all know.
Oh my gosh. So funny.
Such a tune. We started singing and they said, honestly, I really just wish I could sing. I used to be able to, and I know that sounds so random, but my voice changed.
They say a lot of singers talk about that though, when they after they have children, that their voices change.
Yeah.
Is it the hormones?
I mean, it's always the hormones. I literally saw an interview the other day between Kelly Rowland and Victoria Monet. And
I saw a little bit of that.
Yeah, it was so cute. It was so cute. And
about
they
her
both
song,
said,
Blame It on My was it Blame It on My Mama?
Blame It on My Mama.
Put it on. I can't even blame it on my memory because I just don't know it. I just don't know.
Oh, that's funny. It's not Blame It on My Mother. What is it?
It's Put It on My Mama, I think.
Oh, shit. But
even as the words
like,
left my mouth, I was just like, it's not Blame It.
That's not it. Yeah. But they were both saying, that after they had their kids, they just couldn't reach the same notes. There's a song that Kelly did with David Guetta, that the name escapes me now, but she goes really high, and she just said that she can't sing that anymore, not the same way. Oh. Yeah. But then Victoria was saying that her lower range is broader now. So although she can't go as high, she can go lower than she used to, which is cool, I guess.
I wonder what happened. I mean, we'll never know because we just, as much as we know a lot about our bodies, we don't know anything about our bodies because everybody is different. But it would be so interesting to just be able to track the changes that happen.
I don't know, because
mental.
our bodies do like expand, like literally, obviously. So maybe something
Or
happens up here, or
is it because of the diaphragm? Because obviously when you've got a kid, all of your organs are
move.
shifted.
Yeah. See,
So it
that
might be
makes more
that.
sense. That makes more sense.
But, anywho. Oh dear, I'm in that phase where I don't know if I'm coming down with a cold or if it's hay fever. Now, that might sound mental because it's like Feb,
No,
but
but it's happening earlier and earlier.
I know. And
Yeah.
I often get hay fever more from
Trees?
the trees, yeah,
Me
than
too.
flowers.
Yeah.
I
Trees
can
take
I
me
can
out.
I can feel it. It's like just in my throat.
That is so random. Because that crossed my mind this week because I have been like clearing my throat a lot. And that's what normally happens. Oh my God. It really
Mm,
could be. It really could be, you know?
I'm gonna
Because
start
by
taking
like
my
June,
antihistamines already.
yeah, I'm with you on that. By June, I'm like fine, but yeah, springtime, it's awful. It is awful. I can't breathe properly.
Mm,
I started like wearing my masks again last year.
because of the hay fever.
Yeah, because when we do the school run, we literally walk through the park. And then a lot of the roads that we walked on are tree lined as well. So
I hate those
yeah.
ones that where it's like almost like cotton coming down, it gets stuck
Mm-hmm.
and you're
All the
just
pores in the
choking.
air. Yeah, it's horrible. That's probably what it is. And I've like walking the school run now as well. So
Yeah, being triggered,
oh,
triggered. Anywho, are you ready for a bit of a cool off in the pool?
you and this quiet storm voice. But
Because I'm
yes,
loud
I'm
mouth.
ready.
Yeah. Generally, my decibels are like, so I'm trying to just bring it down a little bit, give it a little bit of soft touch. It doesn't quite work. It doesn't quite work. Excuse me. Anyway, are you ready to take a bit of a dip in the pool for
I am
our
ready.
deep dive? Hands together. 3, 2, 1. I took a deep breath.
Do you know what? I've noticed that when I actually do that, I do hold my breath like I'm actually about to dive. Like, what is that? I'm almost like,
The last. It's you holding your breath to make sure we actually do it properly. We're
I'm
in
always
like
watching. Like, are
20
we
plus
synced?
episodes now. We can't do it still. It's all part of the fun. It's all part of the fun.
Oh, dear.
So this week's deep dive is, again, we're always like reflecting on self, right? But this one is about us reflecting on in what respects are we still the same person as we were as a child? How do you feel about this one, Mo?
I feel like, well, by doing this exercise, I realized I am still a child. Because I was obviously thinking back, what I used to be like as a kid. Funny though, the first thing that I wrote was, I still love time alone. Like, I still love to be by myself.
Mm.
But oddly enough, I was thinking, actually, I remember being like sort of 5, 6 and feeling really lonely because I was still an only child then. And I remember there was a period of time where I was like nagging my mum for like a brother or a sister. And then when my sister arrived, I was 7 when she was born. So even though, yes, I had a sister, I was still very much still an only child because it's not like we were like
Mm.
hanging out and, playing together and going to the park or whatever. So yes, I have siblings, but I'm still an only child. And I don't know if it's that I love to be alone or if I'm just used to being alone. So therefore it's what I know, it's what I'm comfortable with. And now when, that alone time is kind of taken away from me or intruded upon, I'm just like, oh, what is this? Like, go away, too loud, too noisy, too many interruptions. So yeah, that gave me some food for thought. Do I like to be alone or is it just my comfort zone, But no, I do love to be alone. But I think it's the why. I think it's the why is what I want to sort of give some more thought to. But yeah, man, I know that there are some people that struggle to be in their own company and kind of need something or someone, but not me. I can potter about quite happily. I'll find something to do or find something not to do. And I'm having a great time.
Is that, I mean, the question is then in terms of time, like because how long would you be happy with that? A day when you normally have a few people around you, a day is bliss. A day is like actually not long enough. But a week, 2 weeks,
So,
months,
I
just
mean,
on your own.
so when we had the first lockdown, as I mentioned before, me and the girl's dad, we alternated weeks. So I would have them for a week, he would have them for a week and repeat. And the week that I was by myself, some of those weeks I did not leave the house. It was just me here again, having a good time, doing my work, watching my shows. I couldn't even tell you really all of the things that I did. I don't remember, but I just knew that I was very comfortable. And then when it came time to leave the house, it was just like, shit, sunlight, outdoors. I kind of felt like a vampire. Like, what is this fresh air? All the sounds were heightened, all the smells were heightened, like my eyes stung. But yeah, I felt like I mean, I probably should have gone out and, just get some different air and to be around the people. But I don't know how long I could go, but I could go a very long time probably.
Mm.
I think I could probably do a month easy and just be like, it's probably about time that I should socialize again. But yeah, I'm good.
Oh.
I'm good. So that's one of the ways, yeah, in which I'm still a child. But again, as I said, when I think back to when I was little, I do remember, wanting to wanting to play, wanting to have other kids to play with. Even back in the day, like where you would play out after school and stuff, that was always a good time. But yeah, I had a lot of alone time as a kid, I think. My mum was quite strict in terms of me going out. So I was in a lot.
Mm.
And by that time, both of my sisters were here and they've only got 2 years between them. So it was pretty much them and then me looking after them. So it's different. Yeah. We were basically in two very different stages of our lives for a very long period of time,
Yeah.
So yeah, I just got used to it. And then when I was going to visit my dad at the weekends, because obviously, as I said, my parents separated when I was quite young. Before he remarried, I was his only child. So more time for me again, And that's why I said like Disney raised me. Honestly, I used to watch a lot of cartoons, still do. So that's another way in which I'm still the same kid. I love me a cartoon. I watch all the Disney stuff and even adult cartoons. So like oh my God. Big Mouth.
You mentioned what's it, Family Guy in the last episode.
American Dad, Big Mouth. I love an adult sweary cartoon. I'm just like I'm the demographic that was made for. Love it. Yeah. I'm trying to think what else. Creativity, though, that is something that's still very much a part of me. I remember, you know, drawing loads, writing stories loads as a kid, like making, oh my God, like beds and furniture for my dolls, um, sewing stuff. I used to knit as well when I was younger.
Mm.
Um, but drawing was a big thing for me. Drawing and coloring in was major. And although I don't draw as much, I'm still very much creating stuff in my mind and trying to get it out somehow. So yeah, to this day. And if things work out as I'm planning to, I'll be doing that forever.
Not if, when
when
they work
when things
out.
work out. Yeah, honestly, this 9 to 5 is getting in the way. It's really getting in the way. Yeah, tell me, give me one thing for you.
I think the art side of things is probably like similar to you. Like I've always really enjoyed just like the coloring and art bits. I used to write a lot. I don't write as much anymore. I think purely because I just don't have the time to do it. But I remember like writing songs. I'm sure I've got a folder around here somewhere with some really awful song lyrics.
I didn't know you wrote songs.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
I
even
love
have
that.
I have a tape of me singing some of them on there. And it's not like a whole song. I might have like a couple of bits but I just record it because it plays in my mind and then I want to capture how it sounds. So
Yeah.
I record it and stuff. So yeah, so I've got those.
Do you actually have that still? Or is that like somewhere out there?
The
A
tape.
tape with you, yeah, a tape with you singing.
Yeah, I have the tape. That's
Oh.
never going to be played out loud to anyone. That's one of those things that's going to the grave.
I would love to know what your like musical sound is.
No. Anyway,
I've got a scheme. I want to hear this. I'm gonna hear this.
That is like ultimate embarrassment. I'm getting sweaty thinking about that right now.
How old would you have been?
Probably like early teens. And the only reason I'm thinking that is because I can remember living in the house. Ooh, actually, then maybe it wasn't early teens. Maybe it was whilst I was at high school because I'm thinking about the house I lived in.
Okay.
And I remember like my dad had one of those proper old school silver, like, musical
Yeah.
stations with the
glass.
pressed glass. Yeah.
We all know what that magnetic click sounds like.
Yeah. And I remember like sitting next to it with my little mic plugged in with the tape deck on record and pause. And then, I remember those days.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm
and I do
honestly
remember
working on a master plan.
Oh my God, not even like, I remember. So singing, because well, I don't know how many people who listen remember this, but I used to take part in a couple of the like talent-y shows at high school. And I think I've spoken about the embarrassing moment when I forgot the lyrics to A Whole New World. Did I
Oh,
share that?
Yeah.
And like there were some girls that I was in school in a class with, and we sang "I Want to Be Down" by Brandy, and at like the OAP show that we used to run. I am fine to do that kind of stuff with people, but I'm not one to do stuff on my own. That is something that has not changed about me at all. Even now, even at work, like I can find myself wanting to be surrounded by, and it's the support. Like I don't want the whole responsibility or anything to kind of like come back on me alone. Like I want it to be shared. I just can't deal with that kind of weight. And I don't like limelight. I will play it up. I will be your absolute extrovert in the middle, master show. But inside, I am dying. I want to hide.
That is crazy. Yeah.
So that has not changed about me. But I used to be really, really, really shy as a kid. Like I was thinking about early days, and especially when I moved from Norfolk to London, I just didn't really say very much. People would kind of like adopt me almost and look after me because I was just shy, naive. I was really, really cautious. And I'm still the same until I feel safe. And once I feel safe, then you're going to have to kick me off the stage.
What age were you when you moved down from Norfolk?
Probably about 5.
Okay.
So I'd started school in Norfolk already, and then we moved to London. And so, actually, was I 5 or maybe 4? Because I was in reception when I moved down to London. And yeah, so I consider myself a Londoner because that is where I've spent most of my life. But I am definitely a country girl at heart. Like I love the outdoors. I do not like all of the crowds. I'm all for the manure in the air. Like it's not, I'm not like, that's delicious. I'm just like, oh yeah,
that's what you associate.
Earth. Yeah. That's life, And yeah, so I think those are things like being shy, especially around meeting new people. I am still very much introverted, and it doesn't help given that my job is very much the forefront and I have to speak to a lot of people. I don't know why I put myself in those situations. But I guess it's just me pushing, knowing that actually if I just lived that way, I wouldn't speak to or interact with anyone.
See, but good on you for like being like, I'm going to come out of that and actually put myself forward. Because me, I'm very much like, I'm happy in the back where it's quiet and where no one is. And I'll just watch and observe. Like I was very much like that. I'm still like that as well. I'm forever talking about, doing the school run and not talking to any of the mums. I just, too much engagement. No, it takes me a while to get, same like you, it takes me a while to get comfortable. And I don't want to be like a version of myself. So
yeah.
But even with that kind of what I feel is like a standoffish personality, kind of like you kind of get adopted by people. It must be the energy and the vibe that we give off, to be honest.
It's the core. It's because they know that you're a good person and that you've got, you are jokes. So they must be able to see that and just be
sense
like,
the vibes. Yeah.
It's like, oh, she's giving off this vibe, but I know this.
Yeah. I'm always one that's just like quiet, just listening, smiling, giving you the ums and the ahs.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, I'll just be like,
exactly. And that's like, when you hook people in. Yeah. That's when you hook people in because they're like, she's a good time. Where's this person been hiding? Yeah, I don't know.
That's so all or nothing. God, sorry. You keep flagging this all or nothing up to me. And now I'm just like seeing it everywhere.
That's part of the work, babes. But you're the one who brings it up. You're the one who's just like this or this.
Literally. So. No middle, no in between.
Yeah, art is a good one. Creativity is a good one that I think has caught through. And it's changed. Like obviously I was talking about the writing and the songs and stuff. And now it's more painting, upcycling stuff. And But I think color is I'm just drawn to color. I'm drawn to color, and therefore I'm drawn to activities which allow me to, I don't know, just enjoy.
Yeah.
Enjoy. Enjoy. Not in is be there.
Yeah.
And I do love to cook, though. I don't know if that's something that's come through childhood, but I do like to cook for people. I like,
Mm.
this is how that I've still brought from being a child. I'm a massive people pleaser. So I love making people happy, and knowing that an interaction that I might have had with them, they leave me in a better state than when they've joined me in
Yeah.
any sense. So sometimes I overcompensate a little bit to enable that to happen, and I put myself out to enable that to happen. That's where therapy is needed, because that isn't necessarily healthy for me, but it's definitely something that I have brought with me through my life from being a child. Where that comes from, like watching videos of other people discussing their therapy journeys, a lot of that leads back to parents, and needing to show up in a way. But I can't say that for certain. I don't know. I don't know where it comes from.
Yeah. And I always feel a bit, no. Okay. I don't know. A lot of the behaviors that I have definitely come from parental influence. I think that's everybody though, it's as we were saying, episode before last, maybe, that your kind of like foundation of understanding the world around you is set from when you're between sort of like 5 and 7. We're highly influenced between those ages. And yeah, that comes from our parents, whether they're there or not. Just the environment that you're in at that point
Yeah.
affects the rest of your life. And
All
for me,
guardians,
yeah,
even like teachers, and when you're around your family, your parents, and the people that they're socializing with, that we all get that influence.
yeah. And for me, I mean, I just feel like, oh dear. Yeah, I feel like I just remember feeling like alone a lot. And I sort of like filled that void with things, like with the creativity. I think that's where it came from. So it was just like, okay, I kind of liked being out of the way. So I would always like take myself off something. I read loads as a kid as well, loads and loads and loads. But I don't want to say, I don't know. I think I'm trying very hard to not make it seem like my parents did a good job, but didn't do a good job. Sorry.
Yeah.
But because I think that they did, but there were just, times where I just felt like I was a nuisance and in the way. So I just had this need and this want to be by myself and just out of the way, because that was safety. Not that I was in danger. Do you know what I mean?
No. Yeah, of course.
But I think the safety was from the feelings. That was it. The safety was from feeling like I was a nuisance or in the way. So if I was in my room doing my own thing, then I'm nobody's problem,
Yeah. Yeah.
So at those times, yeah, I would read loads, I would draw loads, color, whatever. Shit, I've lost my train of thought why I was going down that path now. But that is a thread that has actually carried on through. Like, I am a people pleaser in the sense that I don't want to get on anyone's nerves.
You
So
said
it's
that
not that
before.
it's not like, so I don't do things to make people happy as such. It's kind of like the invert version. Like I won't do anything. So
So that
people,
you don't upset people.
yeah, exactly. The way you do that a lot, I do nothing. I'm just like, I'm just going to stay over here and
It's
out of the
interesting
way.
because I also love being alone, right?
Yeah.
But there's only 2.5 years really between me and my sister. And then 5 years, well, 4.5 years later, my brother came along. I was surrounded by people. Like I
Yeah.
do remember moaning about how much my sister was around all the
Yeah.
time. Just why is she always there? Why is she always wanting to use my stuff? Why is she always copying me? I drew this picture. Why is she copied the picture? Like all the time. So I was desperate
Yeah.
for time. Give
Yeah.
me the space, please.
Yeah.
So now it's like the complete opposite, where I suppose I've literally isolated myself
Mm.
because I live so much further away from people. And I have been dreaming about that for many a year, of getting away from people. Not in a bad way at all, just giving myself the space.
Yeah.
And that is a massive difference in terms of being a child to being an adult is, well, I suppose I had the power to make it happen. Whereas before I was like, you like it or
Exactly.
lump it. Like, this is your sister,
This
this
is
is
where
your
you are.
brother.
Yeah.
You have to deal. And yeah, so we were always hanging around with people. But now that I'm thinking about it, like my sister has always been the one who made friends easily. Like I remember holidays where, you know, we'd be out and she would be the one introducing me to her friends. Like I
Okay.
could never make those friends on my own. Even
Yeah.
if I wanted to, I was scared they would reject me, scared I
Absolutely.
wasn't fun enough. And she didn't give a shit. She was just like, hi, it's me. Here we are. We're best friends. This is
Let's
also my
play.
sister.
I wonder if it comes back to like being the eldest again, because that definitely impacts, like.
Yeah, being the first. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
But my mum is the eldest of, I can't even remember, 4 kids. That's so bad. 4. But she is the life and soul of the party. Like mum has a better social life than I do,
I mean,
being 22 years older, and she's
she
like
does.
out there, social butterfly. Wherever she goes, she draws people in. She's like a flame, like all of these moths, just like,
Yeah.
and she's just
Yeah.
like,
Just like that.
yeah. And I'm just like, no, thank you.
Yeah, it's so interesting, isn't it? Again, yeah. And again, being a parent, that's something that's always scared me. You just have no idea what's going to impact and what's not,
No.
because take like my two, they've got the same parents, but they're two very, very, very different children. So yes, some things are dependent on like nature and nurture, and some things are just them and their own individual spirit,
Yeah,
So
yeah, definitely.
yeah.
I mean, there's so many things I can see. I'm very, very similar to like my mum's sister,
Yeah.
who was present growing up, but she didn't live anywhere really near us. So she wasn't there every day. I'm very, very similar to her. And then I'm thinking about like my eldest niece. And sometimes I'm just like, you really don't want to be a carbon copy of me. No. You want to be doing different things. She says things to me. I'm just like, I'm just listening to myself.
Oh my
And
gosh.
I have not been that present in her life. So it's some things are just handed down to
Yeah.
us, and we don't know what, and we don't know who it's coming from. It doesn't have to be your parents.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
that's true. Yeah,
so
I mean, even this thing about not wanting to take up space cropped up just yesterday. So, um, Lola had a club after school. So me and Tian, we basically went to the park for an hour whilst she was in school. So when it was time to pick her up, I was busting to go to the loo. And there's loos in the school that parents can use. So I was like, when we get there, I'll go. It'll be fine. So we get to the school now. And you have to go through reception to get there. But for whatever reason, there wasn't somebody there. So I was just like, "Ugh, forget it. I'm just, I'll wait till we get home. We're walking anyway. So, I'll just twitch whilst I'm walking. It'll be fine." And then as we're leaving the gates, Tiana's just like, "Mum, don't you need to go to the loo?" And I was like, "No, it's fine. I can wait till I get home." And then Lola, with her little self, crops up. She's just like, "Why don't you just ask somebody? If you went round the side, you can find someone. They'll open the door." I'm just like, "No, it's fine." Like me thinking, can't be bothered to bother anybody. It'll be fine once I get home again in the safety zone.
mm,
But then, like this little kid who's not even double digits yet is just like, bother the people to get what you need. you know? And it's just obviously that type of attitude she's not gotten from me. And I love that for her. But it's just like, wow.
yeah.
I really felt like small me in that moment because it's just, again, like not wanting to bother or inconvenience anybody, even though it's like a natural need,
I
but
know.
yeah, it's
But
crazy.
listen, she is the mirror that you need.
She is.
She shows you
And
many,
it's
many, many
always with
times.
stuff like that. It's always with speaking up. And it's always that. Always that. There was this time we were in Sainsbury's, for example, and I think we were looking for like Halloween costumes or something. And her size wasn't there. So I'm just like, well, if it's not here, it's fine. She's like, "No, can you go and find someone and ask me if they've got any more?" I'm just like, if it's not here, it's not here. Wanting to just leave already. And then she went off and found someone. I mean, they told her that there weren't any more. But the fact that, this little kid, she was younger then, so what, 6, 7, went off on her mission to find this guy.
I know.
You need to get one of those mallets, like do a whack-a-mole.
Or a gun. Get out!
Or a gun. Yeah, but yeah, you're right. She is a mirror, and I need to look in it more.
The lessons keep cropping up. I mean, like you said, actually, not in the last, but the one before episode about that 7-year-old self.
Mm,
Um, maybe that's it. I feel, I know we don't want to talk about parents and influences of parents, but we have to give our parents props for the fact that how you parent is in a different world to when they were parenting.
yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
and we've said this before, and I feel as though like we're definitely learning the lessons. And I hope for any parents who are listening, it, thank you for sharing those with us. Like we wouldn't be ourselves if it wasn't for those experiences. And
Yeah,
actually, us going through this healing process, talking out our feelings, exploring where these things come from, um, enable us to be better people. So
yeah,
you helped us do this in a
yeah,
sense. And it's never complaints. I'm not ever complaining. Like, if anything, I'm so curious. Like, where did this come from? Why has
yeah.
it created this? What, actually, not even that. Why have I reacted in that way? This
Mm,
people pleasing thing for me, I'm so intrigued to understand where that came from, Not
Yeah.
necessarily there was this one thing that then I'm like, oh, I must please everybody. But I'm just so, because it could have been any number of
Mm-hmm.
responses. And that was the one that I felt I needed in that
Yeah.
moment. And that has carried me through life. It is wild.
Mm-hmm.
But a different deep dive.
Yeah.
A different time.
Yeah, the whole parental thing, it's always like a techie subject because we know they love us and we know that they did their absolute best, you know.
Yeah.
So it's never like a knock or a put down or anything. But you know, it has an effect. But as you said, it's not just parents, it's also the environment that we grew up in. Teachers is definitely a great example as well, actually. So yeah, it's more interesting than anything. So yeah.
Oh, to go back. Let's give that little kid a hug.
Love you, babes.
Yeah, indeed. You're amazing. And that's the end of our little deep dive, which is a lot deeper than I was expecting it to be. But you know us, we always go off.
Yes. That's not where the train of thought went, but here we are.
I know. We're like this. So time for the media circus. I'm just going to create a little theme tune for each of the segments soon. So this is the thing that made me chuckle, right? And I wasn't looking. Obviously, I saw that I was on Instagram and I saw the pictures. So the picture is a half and half. Britney versus JT.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. And it was jokes because what it is a quote from Britney saying, "Someone told me someone was talking shit about me on the streets." And it was just in reference to Justin starting up a song or a part of his concert and was just like, he ain't saying sorry to nobody.
Oh, is that what that was in relation to?
Yeah. So he starts it, and now I'll post it at some point on Instagram as part of our little social thing. So find yourself over there, guys. You know, you should be following already. But it was just funny about how she's like, someone's talking shit about me in the streets. I was like, oh, who? And then I thought, oh, Justin, what is he saying? He's just trying to claw back his little reputation. Especially because his song ain't doing too great, right?
Oh, is it not?
No, it's still in the same position.
I don't like that he said that, and that was what it was about. I'd rather he just just do the music, dude. Just do the music, please.
Yeah, don't get involved because otherwise you get yourself in trouble.
Drop your song and go about your day.
I mean, to be fair to him, like, it's not like, you know, he's doing a lot of things. He's had trolls, he's getting involved, you know, or he has been involved in trolls, and that's pretty successful.
Yeah.
You know, he's got his albums, people are still listening to his music. Like,
he's been doing all right. He's done film. I think he's a great actor, that said, actually. He's a very good actor. So yeah, he's been all right. He's not, you know, he's not having to make a comeback or anything. He produces a lot of music as well. Like, he writes a lot, does a lot of arranging. That's what producing is, isn't it? But yeah, he's... But
he's doing his thing.
Yeah, just leave Britney out your mouth.
I know, just keep it moving. Like, you don't even need to respond. You don't need to be bigger than her. Just allow it.
Yeah. Because on one hand, you know, as we said before, he was a young guy when all of that stuff was happening. And with any luck, we do grow and learn to do better. Even though things have come out about him messing around with other women whilst being married. But anyway, yeah, just this isn't one of those things to comment on. Just, you know, keep it to the art, keep it to the wax, leave it alone.
Leave it alone.
Don't want to hear anything other than things about the music.
So that was just a little chuckle moment because obviously we'd been talking about the whole new song out and Britney's fans just streaming it up, making sure he ain't going to be successful again. But talking about relationships, so it must be a thing I'm putting out there because I'm just getting it all on my feed. I came across Tiffany Haddish, right? Common.
Yes.
They used to date.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's seeing J Hud.
Yeah.
And apparently, like, Tiff just ain't having it. She will not allow it to settle. And
what?
Common, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I came across it. It just was like, and I love my little wormhole. I'll just dive right in. So I was following all kinds of links to different YouTube videos to find out what's the hap. But the main one was just around how she is just obsessed with this guy. Now, the whole thing about why they broke up, he was saying it was a mutual decision. She was just like, first I heard of it, but cool. And he ain't gonna settle down because he's the kind of guy to go from B going from flower to flower to flower, like he's just gonna be floating around for life. And now he's all like heart eyes for
Jay.
Yeah. Went on her show. This felt, I mean, ick to me, but went on her show.
I saw it.
And she was just like, are you dating anyone? And he was just like, well.
I remember.
And then just praising it up and stuff. And people are saying he's getting to the stage where perhaps he might actually settle down. And the post that drew me in, and do you know what? I should have saved it when I saw it, but didn't. And now can I?
You will never find it again. No.
It's the black hole.
Max. You look at it that one time. Oh, don't look for it again. It's gone.
So apt. Yeah, it was just like, she stole my man. Like, but wait, weren't you broken up? I know. And bearing in mind,
I can't believe that's the avenue she's going down though. Like, I remember when they first broke up, there was
we cannot
talking about it, but that was
cannot
ago.
Definitely say this is what she's saying.
Yeah.
People can be spinning a line,
but that's the
reading
narrative.
between the lines. Yeah, this whole thing, how she won't. Anyway, I mean, the whole thing is now she's been recently arrested for DUI and whatnot because she's losing her shit. And people are reporting she's just ratchet ass, obviously off the back of the whole Cat Williams thing as well, saying she isn't really that funny and blah, 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 blah. It feels a bit like a little bit of a
I was going to say that. Why are you talking about this? You have other things to be worrying about because she had that scandal come out. It might have been last year. I don't think it was the year before last. I think it was maybe the top of last year where a sketch that she did with another comedian sort of resurfaced. And basically it was like done in bad taste. I think she was sort of, I don't know if she was like flirting with like a little boy or something, but the tone was just, it was not the one. It was giving very predatory, Ooh. And and she's basically had to kind of come offline for a while to let the dust settle. But I think again, after that, something else came out and I was just like, wow, is this the end of Haddish? Because that was like the vibes that it was giving,
Yeah.
So,
but I don't know how much of this is just bad energy of the internet, kind of like scraping things and putting them together and just being like, isn't her crazy behavior down to the fact that she feels the loss of her man and she felt like this was the healthiest relationship that she'd ever been in, and now he's carrying off with someone else. But do you know what? The more and more I got into this and I was watching all of the videos and all of the reporting about his dating history, if I was J Hud, I would not feel so secure,
He has dated top tier women.
For like 2-3 years and then moves on.
Yeah, the roster is, it's, yeah.
Now,
So
he has
before
reported having done a lot of work on
work,
himself and a lot of the
yeah,
therapy. And so he could be a changed man. We don't want to,
yeah.
you
But he was
know,
like dating Angela Rye at one point, who is, I don't know if you know anything about her. I love her. She's, oh my God. Was she a news person at one point? I don't know, but she's with the shits, highly educated, very smart lady. Um, all sort of like to do with like politics and stuff. Love Angela. Before her was it Serena Williams before
yeah.
her? Um, oh my God, and who was it before
Erica
her?
Badu,
Erica
Taraji. Yeah.
Taraji, like he's top. Oh, Badu. Can you imagine being in a relationship with Dabu, you know?
Taboo.
Badu. I love that woman. I love her. Anyway, it's another conversation. So yeah.
Mm,
Um, and I know in conversations that he's had about doing the work, I think he was talking about the relationship that he had with his daughter as well, and how it was sort of like really strained, and doesn't really sound like he was around too tough. But
mm.
again, through doing this work, obviously the relationship is in repair, basically. So I don't know. I guess it remains to be seen. They do kind of give me odd couple though.
They had and comment.
Yeah. Yeah.
In what sense?
Um, I like Jennifer Hudson. Her voice is banging. She's a bit of a shouter for me, but
Screamer.
yeah, it's a lot. But her personality just, oh, I don't like speaking bad about people. But I'm not gonna
But
say
if
she's
we must, we must.
I'm not gonna say she's boring, but her temperament just seems very tame, and not that
Yeah.
he's like very high octane. He's I don't know. I don't know. I just don't. What are those conversations like? What is that energy like together? I don't know. I just don't see it. You know,
Mm.
that they found love and that they're happy, brilliant. But it's giving odd couple to me. But who am I?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody. Well, I am somebody, just nobody to them. And they don't care. But yeah, I just sort of thought, oh, didn't expect that.
I didn't expect him and Tiff though. Like that felt strange because she
Yes.
she gives off high maintenance energy and not necessarily I mean, well, I say that, and actually one of the videos I watched, she was just like, when he proposes, I don't want a ring, I want real estate. And I was just like, but wait. Like that does not sit for me. Just how are you
Mm,
demanding how someone wants to propose spending the rest of their life with you? Like that, be grateful if you get a ring. And then as it happens, when she was her birthday, all he bought her was flowers. I'm like, that is a flag and a half. If they can't even be bothered
yeah.
to do something nice on your birthday and you're a couple, then honey, read the room. He's left. He has
Yeah.
left, up and packed and gone.
I mean, he'd said it was, what's that word again? Amicable.
Mutually. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And she was just like, was it? So
She doesn't sound
I
as though
guess that was telling.
it was an amicable. Oh my God. The two
It's,
of us.
it's catching.
Amicable.
I don't know. I like Tiffany Haddish, but I like her. I couldn't be friends with her.
No.
I can't keep up with the energy. It's too much
Yeah.
for me.
That's where I'm coming from. It's like
yeah,
actually making me anxious, you know,
yeah,
like that would be, I'd feel so uncomfortable in her presence from afar.
yeah. I like her in movies. It's the same with Kevin Hart. I like her in movies, but just like when she is doing interviews and like press and things, it's too much for me, and it doesn't feel authentic. I think that's what it is. It feels like she's turned the switch on. You know, she's in performance mode, and that's what I'm just not a fan of that.
No, I don't feel no way about Kevin Hart, man. I can't even. He just irritates me completely. But yeah, I just thought I had to bring it to the table because it was one of those things. I love a wormhole, but it very rarely, for me, rarely involves any kind of celebrities. Like I'm just not that.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not that kind of.
You're
like
not. That's me.
I don't know anything about.
I can tell you all the business. Yeah. I've got no business knowing.
So that was just like quite an interesting thing, and I had to just like air it out a little bit, have a little bit of a conversation around it. So the final thing that I want to bring to the circus is this post that I came across, and it was about this woman. She put up this video, right, about how she spent $2,000 on flying a guy over to see her.
I'm already saying no. What?
Yeah. Flying him over to see her, and she's complaining. She is complaining on video. Literally, she's just like, guys, so how would you deal with, right? He's in the background. How would you deal with if you spent $2,000 like paying for a guy to come see you and he doesn't even want to smash? And he's just like, but why do we have to smash? Like, why don't we go out? I don't even know you. Like, why don't we go out and we will have a dinner and we can go to a film? And she's like, we've already seen all the films and we've done all of the things. Like, we've been here for like hours watching all of the stuff. Like, it doesn't make sense. Obviously, I'm watching the video, but still, I'm judging. I don't know the details. I don't need to know the details. I'm judging.
I feel like she gave you all the details.
Oh, and I don't know.
No.
I'm going to share it so people can see and they can comment. But I was just like, I cannot. Why are you airing your business? Why are you airing your business?
I don't like that for anyone. I would feel the exact same level of ick if a guy, well, no, it would probably be deemed worse if a guy was saying that. But no, see, not everything is for the internet. And a lot of the times these people are posting things, I think they don't realize how they're coming across or what they're actually saying in it. Like, yeah. And it's the audacity that the guy is like there as well.
In the background.
Also, what is this whole thing about like really needing to record life as it's happening? Does that make any sense? What am I trying to say? Like, I mean, I saw one as well this week where this girl is on a date. Like, you can see the guy next to her, and she is complaining about having to split the bill because the guy asked her out on the date and therefore she feels like he should pay. Now, I feel like I'm in agreement. If you get asked out, I would expect the guy to pay. I would still offer to pay. I wouldn't have a problem paying, but I would think, you're the one that asked me to be here. I feel like it's understood that you're going to cover the bill. But I would not pick up my phone and have a rant on live about it. Do you know what I'm saying? If I'm expecting you to cover the bill and you don't, I'm going to pay my half and go about my day. If it's that much of a problem for me where, you know, how could you, how dare you, then I'll just never see you again. It's quite simple. But to pick up the phone and like have a rant on live about it. That's so bizarre to me. And as I said, the guy is right there. And then he's like, well, I just spent like $50 on gas to get here. And so I'm just like, okay, sir, if you can't afford to date, which is fine, like do something within your means, you know? Like picnic, let's have a coffee date. All of these things are perfectly fine, but don't put yourself in a situation that you quite literally can't afford to be in.
Oh, see, I would challenge that completely. Like,
okay,
from my kind of own personal approach to it, if I agree,
yeah,
then we're both here together.
okay, that's fair.
If you offer to pay, of course I'm gonna let you. Let's be real.
Yeah.
But I don't go in with the expectation that someone else is gonna pay for me.
Yeah.
Regardless of who asks who out, because the majority of us females are not going to be asking men out.
It's true.
And would you say that if it was switched around, that would be fair? Like if a female asked out, generally speaking, if a female asked out a man, that she should be expected to pay for it all? Because that wouldn't be the case.
Yeah, it depends on the person. Like if I ask somebody out, I would pay. I would intend on paying. Again, if they were just like, no, we're going to split this, or no, I'll cover it, fine. But I mean, to be fair, I have very limited dating experience. Like oh shit, that's a whole other episode. We can come back to that quite happily. But I feel like, yeah, if you've asked somebody for the time, I don't know, I think, yeah, you cover the bill. I don't know. If a guy asks me out, I would think he's probably going to cover it. But if that didn't happen, I'm more than happy to pay my half of it. Like, no problem with that at all. So
maybe it's just the
that's
wording.
That's me personally. But I know a lot of people are just like, hell no, you asked me to be here, you cover it all. And if that's your bag, that's your bag. But
if a guy said, let me take you out, that's something different. Because
we've said it before. Words mean things. So
if it's like, I really want to take you out, let me take you out, then the assumption will be, well, you're taking me somewhere, you're sorting it out, like arranging other things. Then I'm not going to be paying for it. But if someone asked me out, would you like to go out with me? We are both going somewhere together. That for me is the distinction. But like I said, that for me is the distinction. I wouldn't assume at all in any other situation unless someone has specifically said, I will be taking you somewhere.
Yeah.
I am going to be doing something. Then I'm like, okay, this is on you. You are treating me.
Yeah.
The same as if I said, you know what, let me sort this out for you. The expectation is I'm going to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I'm with you. If you're asking me out, I am automatically, well, I'm going to repeat myself. You heard what I said. I just said it.
This is the thing, I guess, really, is the expectations is we should be clear on what we're expecting, those boundaries. We should be clear. I saw a really cool clip and it was from a relationship coach, and it was all around boundaries. And it was basically these two on a date. He had asked her a question and it was very heavily sexually based, right? From her perspective, but from everyone's perspective, because the question was, would like choked or spanked? Now, I don't know how either of those would just be like a general option. And she quite rightly said, I'm not comfortable answering that question. And if you continue to continue on that line of conversation, then I'm going to have to leave because I'm not interested in that. But if we want to change the subject, I'm happy to change the subject. And he continued to be like, well, I don't know why you're still like, why you took it that way. That wasn't my intention. And she's just like, I've just quite clearly stated, I'm not comfortable having this conversation. So we can switch it up or I'm gone. And then when he didn't, she left. She literally just grabbed her bag and went. And that is the thing about communicating our boundaries and our expectations and then living up to them. Because I know, and I've done this before, of being like, I'm not really comfortable with this. And then they push it. And then I'm like, I'm still not comfortable, but I'm still entertaining this kind of, not necessarily a conversation, but the person. I've gone back. I've completely let them walk all over my boundary. And I've never realized it until that video. And I was like,
because that's the thing, like boundaries aren't for other people. Boundaries are for us. It's like we're setting rules for ourselves. So if my boundary is this conversation is too much for me, I'm the one that has to uphold that boundary. It's not for me to say, hey, this is if you do this thing that I don't like, then you are in the wrong. Well, that person's just doing what that person is doing. It's for me to be like, this is my limit and I'm gone. So you can't get I was going to say you can't get mad when people cross your boundaries. But
you can.
Yeah, I guess you can. No, you can. Because if
you communicated it and they've been made clear,
absolutely. But it's for you, the person who has set said boundaries, to uphold them. You can't put that power in somebody else's hand because they're just going to do what's beneficial for them. It's for you to take the action. It's your personal role to uphold. Yeah.
The reason I mentioned that, though, in line with the conversation we're having about the date, was just about being clear. So if your expectation was one, for her, if she was upset, she could have been like, okay, my bad. My expectation was that you were going to pay for it. And that will be my expectation moving forward. If you ask me out, then I'm expecting for you to pick up the bill. That's where I was going with that. I had to make that clear because it's clear to me in my head, but listeners, you may not have made that connection. So I'm making it for you. Because my head just goes where it goes.
Oh, my days, yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of the thing about, like, sometimes I make these assumptions about myself or situations, and then I get mad, but I'm never going to be suddenly like, oh, actually, no, I'm going to have to tell myself, because I do that, but I do it privately to two people. I will voice my issues. Or record my issues to share. And a lot of it is a sense check. Am I overreacting to this? Because I'm in it and I feel the feelings, and those feelings feel valid, but actually, are they right? Are they in this situation, in this scenario? So where I am sharing those, it is very much I need to be put back in check because I am not sure. Am I asking too much? Am I wild for this? And sometimes it's just to get the validation that I am indeed correct.
Most of the time. Yeah. That's an interesting one.
But that's me now with the media circus. I have run out of content for that because that was just like wild. Who's paying $2,000 for someone to come meet them for the first time anyway?
Like, I don't know. I know guys do that all the time. And I'm thinking as I'm saying that, but
what, 2K?
If I hear about people like flying people out, it's always a guy flying a girl out. Always. It being in the reversed, for some reason, it being in reversed, for some reason, sounds weird to me, but, patriarchy and what's the other word I'm looking for? Who?
Matriarchy?
No,
Because that's the
something-
opposite.
Yeah, no, it wasn't that. Double standards. Jeez, it's not even hard. Double standards happen all the time, so maybe I shouldn't feel weird about it. But yeah, the idea of a girl flying out a guy, I'm not loving that. I'm going to be honest. Why? To be mad that he doesn't want to smash either first date, that's crazy to me.
You can have the hope, right? Like if you like someone, I have no issues with people smashing on the first date. Like that's you do you.
Yeah.
If the chemistry is there and the attraction is there, do the damn thing. For
Absolutely.
me, it always helps get that tension out of the way. I like the tension. I do enjoy the tension, but then it's like, okay.
The tension is part of the fun.
No, not for me, man. It makes me jittery as fuck. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the double standards, they really do exist for a lot of different things. But maybe that's something to explore in another episode, is look at the most common double standards and just chat our ways out of it.
Oh, God. I'm going to need to drink on that one. I'm going to get upset, probably.
Girl, bring the drink. So I've been doing I haven't really drank that much over the last, since Christmas, right? Or New Year's. And I had a couple of glasses, small wine. Ooh.
You were gone, right?
Listen, I was acting up a fool. Luckily with just the dog. So me and him were just like, I was
Santino's
dancing
got all the secrets.
I'm like, come on, baby, dance with me. He's just like, leave me the hell alone. Just rub my back.
Santino does not like to be bothered at all.
And I'm all up in his face, and he's just like, ugh. Like, love me, damn it, love me.
Santino's living my life, like a bed in each room, just does what he wants when he wants. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he is spoiled.
That was a good one.
That was lots of different bits and pieces. I think it's definitely warming up. People are just getting up to nonsense and we love it.
We love the foolishness.
We do indeed. Well, do you have anything to bring to the circus, or?
I'm going to save it for another week.
Yeah. I love it. Anticipation as well. Boo-boo. All right. Well, I feel like that's a nice little wrap up, I guess, of today's episode. Again, guys, thank you so much for putting up with all of the nonsense, especially from this one.
The tangents.
Oh my gosh.
The diverging thoughts.
Do you know what? I do hope they're not too nonsensical for you, and that you are bumbling along with us and enjoying the moments. So yes, thank you. This is not a joke. This is not a script. This is just me bouncing off of the walls and into your ears. Appreciate it. So I guess that just leaves me to say, other than the thank yous, if you haven't already, make sure you press that subscribe button and the notification bell. Head on over to all of the socials. Look for It's All Frolics or It's All Frolics Podcast, and you will see me and her and we and us right there, all up in your faces, doing the things. We tend to drop our wonderful episodes on a Tuesday, so look out for us there. But I mean, really, it's the same old message. If you've got any fun stories or you see any of the things, share them with us, because we would happily talk through them and reveal them on the cast. And as always, deep dive with us. Get that hair wet. Get that body soaked in the pool. Answer the questions, and on some of the areas you can get yourself involved in a poll, so look out for those, because we're intrigued to see what your thoughts and feelings are. Mo,
sharing is caring.
Always, unless it's food, and then I'm like, Mine is mine and yours is yours, unless I want some of
Joey
yours,
doesn't
and then it's
share.
mine too. Oh man. Han, do you have anything else to say to the wonderful listeners that are with us?
You know what I'm going to say, folks? Do all the things and then take a nap.
Immediately afterwards. Or press play to the next episode coming up, or previous ones if you want to re-listen, because it's always fun.
It is. It's a good time. Thanks for taking the time out and come back.
Yeah. Until next time on It's All Frolics. Goodbye. Farewell. It's been fun.
Peace.
And we're out.
Scene.